Are you ready to find out what tasks you can delegate to a virtual assistant if you are a YouTuber or a content creator? In this video, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of how my own assistant manages my YouTube channel, at the same time getting me to the point where I am just recording these videos probably like an hour per week, and then it gets repurposed to so many of the content that you guys see across my LinkedIn, Instagram, and everywhere else. So the first one is honestly content planning, and this is the process that I kind of love, but at the same time is not usually the best, especially since I have been doing YouTube for 4 years now, and there are times where I run out of ideas, or I've repeated my ideas before, or hey, I just want an update on this. She's the one going into research mode. She's going through my comments, she's going through questions I've been asked to basically come up with ideas on what other videos I can start creating, especially for me that I like batching the theme for my videos, so that if I'm recording, if I'm traveling somewhere else, I'm able to have things already kind of set in place for me to be able to just show up and record. So she helps me plan out my content for the month, and then month to month basically moving forward, for both for people who want to be freelancers or people who want to be entrepreneurs. I have content to cover both, and she also helps and supports me when it comes to my podcast, the Scale You podcast. She helps me plan the guests, people coming in, and of course she helps me schedule out when I want to do certain videos depending on what is needed. Next is video editing or managing my video editor. So in the beginning, I had a different assistant. She was doing the video editing for the channel, for the different types of content that I had. Now as I grew, I did end up hiring an actual video editor to take care of the growing need for content that I was facing within my channel, with the speaking gigs that I was getting left and right. So when it came to working with my video editor, my current assistant is now the one working with him, making sure that the videos are really good quality. She checks them before uploading. She also works with him on making sure that the videos are repurposed into different formats and making sure that they're aligned with the brand guidelines that we've already set, or if we have any changes to the brand guidelines that I want to see or want to experiment with. So either that you can have your virtual assistant be the video editor themselves, or have them manage and work with a video editor that you like. Next is that content repurposing. So aside from maybe working with your video editor or chopping down the videos into Instagram Reels or LinkedIn or YouTube Shorts, whatever those videos could be for, your assistant could also be turning your YouTube videos or your content into other forms of content. So turning it into a blog post, thanks to ChatGPT and AI, we can do that very easily. We can also use it into turning it into tweets, turning it into Instagram posts for captions, or even gallery posts that we put up on my Instagram. I don't even look at that anymore. My assistant takes care of it and posts it, and that also then drives traffic back into the YouTube channel. So it kind of goes really back and forth between people who do prefer to read versus people who want to watch things. She's able to help me cover basically those bases and making sure that this content reaches the right audience. Next is that channel management. Now, like I said, I only really record these videos for like an hour a week, 2 videos. It's like about 20 to 30 minutes each. And what happens next is then my assistant works with the video editor, make sure it gets done. She will go ahead and with the content she already brainstormed with me, we've checked a little bit if that's a good SEO title, for example. Then she'll create a thumbnail for it. She'll make sure it's uploaded on YouTube. We have a couple of guidelines that she follows. She makes sure that any links that I mentioned in the video is in the description, so you guys can go ahead and grab that. The same thing for the podcast is she makes sure the guest's information can be found in the description, and she just manages also some of the comments. We have basically a list of kind of canned responses of questions that I've answered before. She kind of goes back to that and responds to those comments, as well as mark spam any comments that are not supposed to be there or linked to somewhere else. Next is that SEO and optimization. So what I mean by this is, as I mentioned earlier, she is a really big part when it comes to the content planning, and what we do is at the beginning of the month, or even right before the beginning of the month, before I start filming videos, is we'll check on each of those ideas through SEO. We use TubeBuddy for making sure that this is a search term that people are looking for, that this can actually rank for that search term. And the same thing with optimizing a lot of my thumbnails, optimizing how I talk, and gives me feedback on like, hey, I think you can do this better, or I think you should do more of these screen sharing videos, or whatever it is that she sees as part of our data of like where people drop off, of where people really like these kinds of videos. I'm able to optimize that and work with that with her. And of course, with all of that content, there is the social media management aspect of it. So of course, she repurposes a lot of the content. She posts them on my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, maybe sometimes on my TikTok, depending on what I need there. So depending on the content that I am creating, she helps me make sure that it's posted, that she engages with those people as they start sounding off in the comments. So if anytime you guys are in the comments, it is a dice roll between myself or my assistant answering, but most of the time, if it is a question that was already asked before, she manages and makes sure to get to it. She's also always giving me ideas on how to optimize a lot of my content on the different social media platforms, the types of content I should be creating or could be creating, to be able to point me in the direction of where our goals at for that month. And of course, there's the admin and operations side of being a content creator, which could be anywhere between email management for like collaborations, people who want to be sponsors for the channel. It could be calendar management for meetings with managers, with people I want to work with, or people for the Scale You podcast. And of course, organizing and archiving any of the video files in case that we need it in the future, especially for the videos where I'm on stage, where I'm talking to people, and we need that for a future clip or a future promotion. We're able to do that as well. She also helps me get on podcasts, get also on stage, basically find other opportunities for me to be able to show up, to talk as a content creator, to get us closer and closer towards our goals. And finally, there's also growing monetization. Now, honestly, for me, I have not focused much on this just because I do have 2XU, my main company, but you can have your assistant be the one searching for sponsors. You can have your assistant search for affiliate sites or affiliate links or products that you can be sponsored for in the future. It could also be that they're giving you ideas of like, hey, let's create a t-shirt. You're getting popular with this one phrase. Or it could be basically finding other ways they can make more money with the content, with the channel or the platform that you are creating. Now, depending on the kind of business that you have, this might just be one of the roles and responsibilities for your assistant, especially if you do have other things that you are doing to basically feed into your business again, into YouTube, back and forth. But these are basically the tasks and the outcomes that my assistant herself does when it comes to supporting me as a YouTuber or someone who is a content creator. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button right there. Comment below if you have any questions. I would love to answer them myself. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to build business from home, which you guys can check out those two playlists right here and the latest video right here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and with that, small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!